I'm only allowed those 15 minutes, so sorry I lost you there. We'll bring you back right here. We're talking about finding the R value. So you can see R squared is 0.991. So I go ahead here, I take square root of 0.991, and I do get 0.995. So I'm just going to write 0.99. It's good enough to show that it's a really, really strong correlation value. So there's a strong relationship here among this data. And then after I have that, it says to be able to determine the best fit equation. And the max bench press, so I'm going to put B for bench press, is equal to 123 plus 58.7 times the natural log of X. And X in this situation is the number of years. So I'm going to use Y for years. Okay, so we type in the number of years, that gives us our bench press. And so the question is, what's the expected bench press after 8 years? Well, on your calculator, you can see I'm going to point to the natural log button right here. It's the one that says LN, and that's what you would press. We'll see if Desmos has an option right here. It should, as it's a scientific calculator. As I look over here at my Desmos calculator, I'm looking for natural log. And if I click on this function here, I bet that'll give me something. And sure does right there. So I'm going to go ahead and type some of these values and use this. You can see that e to the x is there as well. That will give you your e value that we were talking about earlier. So 123 plus 58.7 times the natural log of, and we type in 10. And so it says 258.16. So as we look back at our option here, 258.6 after 10 years, or it says after 8 years. So I go back here and I want to change that. It said 10, go back to 8. And 245 pounds, it says. So 245 pounds would be that max bench press that we're looking at there. Okay. So, now, if you look at your data, you could kind of look here and see, well, in 1 year, I went from 210 to 220. And in 1 year, I went from 220 to 225. Looks like I'm kind of slowing down. So am I really going to go up by 40 pounds? These best fit equations, sometimes they're not as accurate as you want them to be, especially when you look at tail end situations. So as we're extending out in this situation, it doesn't probably give us the best representation. It would probably give us a really good representation of stuff within the middle, but stuff on the end, maybe not so much in this situation. But you still learned how to use it, okay? So there's a couple videos for you. Do these 4 together that we did in class, and then you're going to look at this example here, which is about a 10,000 meter run, kilometer run, excuse me. You're looking at 10,000 kilometers. That's silly. No, not 10,000 kilometers. Should be 10,000 meter. I messed that up. A number of beers of consumption and then blood alcohol content that results from it. Virus situations where people get infected over a certain number of days. And then the growth of a tree and its height during certain times. And go ahead and carry through just like we did, answer those questions, and then submit your results through Schoology. Thanks so much. Have a great day.